What is going on, everybody? It's Swaggy Nos back with our third episode of the podcast. Once again, he was here last time, but he was a little absent from talking a whole bunch, I guess. I actually did a lot of the talking last time just because I'm a freaking, I don't know.
You're a hog.
I'm a cam hog, or recording hog, so. He's actually not here this time. Like I said, he was here last time, he just wasn't very present in the conversation, but he's actually not here at all this time, so we're missing 1/3 of the podcast. We're still going to call it the trio, though, because YOLO, and that's just how we roll. So it's me and Alex today. We're mainly going to be the main people for sure on it mostly every week. Sorry for stumbling over my words.
He's high.
No, I'm not. So yeah, we got a certain topic today. It's kind of out of the blue. We've never really we've typically been games only, and we're kind of straying away this week. I don't know if we're gonna do it every week. Probably not. But yeah. So this week we're gonna be talking about vaping, and before I let Alex jump in here real quick, I just want to go over a few things. First of all, the safety warning. If you do not smoke cigarettes and you are under 18, I do not advise vaping for you. It's not safe. And yeah, just don't do it. If you have no addiction to nicotine, if you're under 18, just don't do it. It's not smart, believe me. I wish I never did it in the first place. And I also want to get the point across that there's a bad rap for vapors. A lot of people who look at vapors think that those people think they're awesome and that they're really cool. Me and Alex, I mean, there are some people out there who do it to look cool and all that. And that's originally why I started smoking cigarettes when I was younger. I really wanted to try and fit in with people. I wanted to look cooler. And so that's why I started smoking cigarettes. The only reason I'm vaping now is because I feel it is safer. It is a safer alternative. And yeah. So I just wanted to say that, although there are some people out there, we're not those people. We understand it's a bad habit. We understand that it's not the healthiest thing for our bodies. And it's overall a bad habit. So I really wanted to get those things out of the way and make sure that people who aren't smokers, haven't started smoking, I just want to make sure you guys understand that I in no way condone harmful acts to your body and your health. So yeah, with that being said, let's go and get into it. I'm going to go and let Alex hop in here and talk for a little bit.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Alex. Like Neil already introduced me, but I just thought I'd say my name again, because what the hell, right? Yeah, so Neil said we're talking about vaping, and like he said, we don't do this trying to fit in or to act cool or anything. We do it because we think, and we're not for sure, but this is just what we think, that it's a safer alternative to smoking actual cigarettes.
Yeah, I don't know if it's technically proven yet,
but we do it. We're hoping, because we both used to smoke cigarettes a lot, all the time. But we both have been off of the squares for, how long have you been off them?
A year this month, actually.
Yeah, I think about 11 months now as well. But anyway, vaping is becoming a very big thing in my life. I carry my vape with me all the time. I'm always hitting it. And like Neil said, I kind of wish I don't, because, man, that shit's expensive.
It's very expensive.
It really is. It's definitely more expensive than actual cigarettes, but to me it's worth it.
Just like healthy food. You gotta pay more to be healthy.
Yeah, because to me, I feel like it's definitely better for me than the actual cigarettes you buy at the gas station.
Yeah.
So, I guess I'm willing to spend the extra dollar to help me continue to stay off those cigarettes.
Absolutely.
But one thing I really enjoy about vaping is the taste. Man, I can never get over those awesome juices that they're constantly always coming out with. All these awesome brands like Cutwood and Suicide Bunny and all these different brands. They're always releasing new juices that just taste so awesome, and I constantly am always wanting to try out new flavors, and I'm always really enjoying them. I don't think I've ever had a juice that I have particularly hated, but
I have.
I mean, yeah, there are some that I haven't really cared for, but I've never been like, oh my god, that makes me want to throw up.
I want to jump in real quick. I had a service called Zample Box, and great service. I'm not bashing them at all. It was incredible. It was actually a really good deal. They send you like 12 bottles of like 15 to 30 ml juice bottles. and it was like $50 or something. So you're getting, what is that? 15, 12, I don't know numbers. You're getting a lot more
For your money.
Yeah, you're getting a lot more for your money, and it's a variety. So you get something new every week. If you're not big into like buying your own and making your own decisions, they'll throw in 12 different juices for you, and you'll see how it goes. And that service, I mean, I love the service. I'm just they gave me a tea juice once, and I'm very like I hate tea, and so
That does sound pretty
yeah,
awful.
I got like a chai tea. It just wasn't good. I wasn't a big fan. But Example Box is awesome though. If you're into that type of thing, go check them out. They're awesome.
Okay, well, now that's out of the way, I wanted to talk about, me and Neil were actually going to talk about and tell you guys our top 5 favorite juices that we vape on consistently and that we very much liked throughout our time of vaping. We've had, I can't even tell you how many different juices I've tried, a lot, definitely a lot.
Yeah.
But these are the top 5 that me and Neil have both chosen for ourselves that we particularly like, and we would definitely recommend them to any vape lovers. And I guess I'll let Neil start off and tell him what his top 5 favorite juices are.
All right, I compiled a list. These are in no particular order. I just wrote them down as I looked them up for myself. So I have the descriptions here, who they're by, and the name of the juice itself. So the first one I have here, it is probably number 1 for me. That's just coincidence, I guess. It's called Mother's Milk by Suicide Bunny. It's described as a creamy dessert with strawberry, and it's delicious. It's incredible. I love it. It's, like I said, probably my number 1. The second one I wrote down was called Deuces Wild. It's by High Roller Sweets, and it's two different types of vanilla infused together. So it's like a double vanilla flavor. And one of the reasons that I actually picked it, it's a good juice. It tastes great and it smells good. But also it comes in a really cool like souvenir. Like is it dye? I was gonna say dyes, but dye, right? If it's one. Like a dye bottle. It's really cool. It's glass. It's awesome. It's like a 30 ml bottle, 35 ml bottle. So it's really cool. The next one I have here is called Grape Drink by the company Ruthless, and it is grape Skittles and grape soda. I've always been a big fan of grape vape. That was weird. I don't mean to say that. I've always been a big fan of like the grape flavors though, and that was like one of my very first flavors that I tried. So the next one I have here is Mandingo by Ruthless as well, and that's described as a banana cinnamon nut bread, and that is delicious. I actually wasn't expecting to like that one. Well, I like bananas, but not like as a flavor, I guess. I don't know if that makes any sense or not, but I just wasn't expecting to like it as a vape flavor. And actually, I have a gaming channel, so if you're watching this, you probably know who he is. His name is Hutch. He's a big name in the COD community. He's like one of the first people who started making commentaries back in COD 4. I was in his stream one day and he suggested Mandingo, so I tried that one out and it was actually in my top 5 for sure. And then my last one it's not an actual flavor, but it's a create your own at Mountain Baker Vapor. If you have not tried Mountain Baker, they're an awesome company. They use all USA products, and it's very cheap. Not quality, but like price. So you can literally create your own juice. They have so many different flavors to choose from. You can combine anything you want and make your own deal. And like a 236 milliliter bottle, that's 236. Typical bottle is 15. So you're getting a ton of juice for like $40. So go check them out. It's an insane deal. I can't even, that's basically what I've been buying mostly just because it's so cheap. And the other juices, although they're good juices, they're really expensive. So great deal. So go check them out. And that is my 5.
Alright guys, Alex here again. I was going to tell you my top 5, and like Neil said, they aren't in any particular order. These are just the way I listed them on my notes here. And the first 2, I'm doing these first because they're from a particular shop called Sir Vapes a Lot here in Greenwood, Indiana. I'm not sure if... I know there's more than just this one. I know there's one in Indy as well. I'm not sure, though, if it's like a national-wide shop. But I know there's a couple here in Indiana. But these 2 particular flavors, the first one is called Murica. this is the first juice I've ever tried when I got my first vape. It's a combination of raspberries, blueberries, and a vanilla yogurt flavor, and it is absolutely fantastic. And I would definitely recommend it to any vapors out there. It's got such a smooth taste to it, and you can definitely taste all the ingredients that I just said. You can tell that those are in there. And the other one from Sir Vape's lot is called Lauren's Lust, and it's a rainbow sherbet flavor. And man, I've gotten so many compliments on that juice when I've had it. It just smells so vibrant, and it smells just like you would open up a frozen bucket of rainbow sherbet. That's exactly what it smells like, and it tastes just like it as well. And it's a very good juice, and I would definitely buy it again if I went back to Sir Vapes. But I have been going to a different shop now, so I haven't really had the opportunity. But I would, if I went there with like a buddy or something, I definitely would pick up another bottle of Lauren's Lust because I really enjoyed it. Okay, there's another two by my favorite brand probably. Everybody knows Cutwood. It's one of the top vape e-cig juices out there. I know this is nationwide juice, made in California. Number one, unicorn milk. Everybody loves unicorn milk. I don't really know why I have top five, and it's in my top five because I know all you vape lovers out there know unicorn milk. It's so good, it's so tasty, and it just goes down so smooth. It's a strawberry custard flavor, and it by far is definitely my number one favorite juice on the market. I would buy it any day of the week. I would definitely recommend it to any newcome vapors. Like it is definitely my favorite by far. My other one by Cutwood is called Bird Brains, and this is one of their new releases. It's Fruit Loop cereal, and it is very good, very tasty. It is one of the harsher ones on my list. I would have to say it is a little bit harsh on the throat, but you get used to it after a few vapes and so, and after you refill your tank a couple times, you get used to the flavor. But it's definitely good. I really enjoy it, and it's actually what I'm vaping on right now. Yeah, I really like it, and I'd recommend it to anybody. And my fifth and last juice is called Strawberry Astronaut by Jimmy the Juice Man. That's another nationwide juice company, very known, very popular. They have a lot of awesome juices out there. I've only tried this one from their brand, but I definitely want to try out some more because I really liked it. Strawberry Astronaut, it's a strawberry cream flavor. I've always been into the strawberry juices. I think they're awesome. They always taste so good and so concentrated. You can definitely taste that strawberry when it goes down the throat. And what I've heard, and from experience also, you need to let this particular juice sit for a while before you use it. It definitely makes it taste a hell of a lot better because I've tried it actually. I bought a bottle. I bought two bottles and set one of them to the side and put the one in my tank immediately. Tasted it, and it tasted good. Still tasted awesome. But then after that, I used the bottle that I had sitting in my closet for like a week or so, and I feel like it tasted a lot better. And what's that term called, Neil?
Steeping.
Steeping, yeah. This is everybody know like.
I think most companies have to do it.
Yeah, real big vapors know what I'm talking about here when you're listening. Steeping.
I know if you there's a lot of people out there who make their own juice. They buy like nicotine based and all that stuff and flavoring. I think if you make your own juice, you would have to like let it sit for a couple of weeks, in a dark, cold place.
But yeah, this is just what the people at the shop told me, so I figured I'd like do a little comparison on how much of a difference there was from trying it as soon as I bought it from the store and then the one I left sitting in my closet for about a week and a half. And I definitely could tell a difference, and by all means, it was definitely better letting it sit in my closet for about a week or two. It tasted so much better. And yeah, all those 5 flavors I would definitely recommend to any vapors out there. If you haven't tried them, go check them out. You can go onto ejuice.com and you can find all those juices, except for those 2 from Sir Vape's lot. I know they have their own website. I don't know if you can buy online from them, but if you can, I would definitely do so.
I think you can. I think I have before.
Because they got some good juices over there at Sir Vape's.
Yeah.
And one more thing. I vape all my juice at 3 nic level. I used to be at 6. Right after I quit smoking, I was at 6 milligrams. But then after 3 or 4 months, I think dropped it down to 3 milligrams, and I really think 3 is a very appropriate level for me. I don't think I need any more, and I don't think I necessarily need to go to 0 as well, because I think it's a very good level for me. And if you really want to know what is an appropriate level for you, I'd go to your local vape shop, and they'll ask you how many cigarettes you've used to smoke in a certain period of time, and then they would tell you an appropriate nic level for you. That's how I figured it out.
Yeah, me too.
But yeah, definitely check out all those juices I just called off. Neil as well. Those are 10 great flavors out there, and yeah. So now we're going to talk about our mods and our setups and what we've been using as products to vape these awesome juices out of. So in my vaping career, I guess I would call it, I've had 3 mods in the past 11 months. My first mod was a mechanical mod. It was a steampunk clone. It was the very first one I ever had. I bought it at Sir Vape Slot, actually, for I think $60, and I bought a tugboat RDA with it. It was a cool little mod, but like I said, it was a clone, so it had a lot of bad features to it. Like, I know people would get, when using mechanical mods, if they're not properly made or poorly made, you get a lot of hot butt when you're hitting the firing button, and your finger will get shocked or it'll get real hot. I had that problem a lot with that mod, so I definitely got rid of that fast within like 2 or 3 months. But it was a good mod for like me first starting off. I liked it. And then I went to this mod called the IPV Mini. It was a little box mod, 18650 battery by a brand called Pioneer for You. It was definitely a great box mod for me, like, at the time. I hadn't been doing it that long, but it went from 5 to 30 watts, and you had all these cool settings on there. Like, you'd have 5 different saved settings on how you could save what wattage on each setting, so you didn't have to always crank up the wattage. You could just go to your preferred, like, say setting 4 was at 25 watts, and you were at 15 watts, you could just jump to setting 4 real quick and be at 25 watts. There you go. Yeah, that was a great mod. I really liked it, but I really wanted to upgrade and get something a little more powerful. So I sold that to one of my buddies, and I bought the mod I'm using now, which is the Cloudpore T8 by Cloudpore, obviously. It's a 150 watt box mod with a dual 18650 batteries in it, rechargeable. And I really, really am loving this mod. I've had it for about 4 or 5 months now. I use it all the time. It's got a lot of awesome features in it. A nice LED backlit screen and a puff counter, which is really cool. Battery percentage wheel and all that good stuff on it. And I really like it. And I would definitely recommend it to anybody. It's an awesome mod. And it definitely is the nicest mod I've had. And there's a huge range of your resistance can go from, I think, 0.15 ohms to all the way up to 3 ohms, which is a really cool margin. You can do all different kinds of builds on it if you're using an RDA or even a tank. You can get, like, the lowest coil heads I think they make are 0.15 in my knowing. And that's actually what I'm using right now. Is I'm using a tank called the TCT by Smock. I actually bought it because I'm a huge fan of Rip Trippers from YouTube. He's an awesome guy. Go check out his channel. He's got all these reviews from all these awesome vape products. He actually was talking about this product, the TCT by Smock, and I know Smock has a lot of vape products out there, a lot of cool stuff. So after I watched the video by him, I decided to pick it up, and I really like it. I've been using it for a long time, and I am using the 0.15 nickel coil heads on it, and I think they're awesome. And you can really taste the flavor. Out of any tank I've ever used, this tank, I can taste the flavor a lot, and it's like really good, almost comparable to an RDA. But I really enjoy it, and it's awesome. It holds 5.5 mils of e-liquid. It's one of the bigger tanks out there. It can hold quite a bit of juice, and yeah, I really like it. I like my setup. It's works fine for me, and if you want to try out those products, I'm sure you can find them online. It's where I got all my stuff, is online. You save a lot of money that way. But yeah, I'm going to hand it to Neil, and he'll talk about his setup and what he's been using.
All right. So, like I said in the very beginning, I've been doing this for about a year this month. I think it's just under a year. I think I have a couple weeks left, but I've been doing it for about a year. And when I first started last December, I went into my local vape shop and basically told them what was going on. I wanted to quit smoking. I was about a pack and a half a day smoker back then, and I told them, everything. They told me this is our beginner stuff, and what I actually bought was called the MVP 2.0. I believe it was Anakin. I believe that's the company. And I highly recommend that box mod for beginners. If you're not new to the game and you're a veteran vapor or whatever you would call it, then I don't recommend this. It's very beginner esque. So if you are a beginner though, definitely try that one out. It's a great box mod. I don't know the exact wattage it goes up to. It's probably about 15, 20 maybe. So yeah, it's very low watt. It's basically just for those people who want to try and quit smoking and try and I don't know, get off smoking. I guess like exactly what I just said.
See if they like vaping.
Yeah, see if they like vaping.
And maybe they'll upgrade if they do like it.
Yeah, absolutely. So and that came with its own tank as well. It was like a combination deal. You got the MVP 2.0. You also got an Anakin tank with it. I don't recommend that tank. The tank wasn't very good. The coils burnt out very easily. So if you can, I would. It was a good deal though. So I mean, I guess I'll give that to them. If you can buy the tank or the box mod by itself with a good tank, maybe from like Aspire or something. Aspire has some good tanks out there. If you can buy them separately, I would highly recommend that. I wasn't a big fan of the iClear. That was the tank. I wasn't a big fan of it. Wasn't the greatest. The coils burnt out very easily. So yeah, I mean, to each their own though. Some people love it. I just was not one of them. And what I have now is called a Sigeli 100 watt box mod. I love it a lot. If you're out there and have a Sigeli, I have the same problem as you do probably, and my button sticks like crazy. It annoys the piss out of me, but it's really not that big of a deal, I guess. It only happens every once in a while, and it's easy to fix. So, but yeah, my Sigeli is awesome. I love it. It's a dual 18650 battery, so it lasts me all day plus some. I vape a ton. I'm constantly puffing on my setup, and it still lasts me all day, so I love it. The tank that I have right now is called the, what is it, Heracles by Sensei. It's a good tank. I'm having some leaking issues right now, so I actually bought a new one. I haven't used it yet. I've been really anxious to. It's been sitting in my room for probably a month and a half now. It's been a while, but it's called the U-Well. Maybe it's U-Well Crown. I don't know which one's the company and which one's the tank. I think it's Crown by U-Well. So I'm really excited to see or use that. Like Alex was saying, Rip Trippers he did a review on that one, and I decided to purchase that. So like you said, go check out Rip Trippers if you're a vapor and you want information on all these products, because he does a lot of reviews. So that's my setup. I've only had the two, and yeah, pretty simple setup. Easy to do. I'm very simple. I've never been a big fan of RDAs or anything, so I just like the simple tank. Change your coil, change the juice, and that's it. So yeah, that's my setup. All right, guys, that was the podcast. I want to go back and touch on the safety stuff again, because I can't harp on it enough. If you are not 18 and you never smoked cigarettes in the first place, please don't start. It's just a bad habit. It's an expensive habit. It's really not something you want to get into. Like I said, I'm upset that I got into it, honestly. It's just, I don't know. It's not a great thing to do. Definitely don't try it. Because it's not worth it, believe me. It's a very possible chance that you'll get sick. You may end up getting cancer. Who knows? It's just not a good deal. So yeah, just don't try especially if you're not 18. That was the mistake I made. I was around 16 years old when I started smoking cigarettes to look cool, and I regret everything. So don't do it, guys. If you don't smoke in the first place, don't start vaping. I know it's a lot of people say that the flavors appeal to kids and all that, and I understand where they're coming from. They have a lot of great flavors out there that sound delicious, but like I said, it's not worth it. Don't do it. There's no reason to. Just keep your bodies healthy and stay alive longer. So that's that. Also, if you are inspired and you are a cigarette smoker by what we're talking about, if you're inspired by that and you are planning on going out and getting your own vape and doing your own thing and finally quitting smoking, I want to inform you, not really inform you, but warn you, make sure you do your research. There is a lot of dangerous things with batteries.
Oh yeah, we can't stress enough about using the safest batteries out there.
Don't buy cheap batteries, guys. It's very dangerous. I've seen a lot of nasty pictures from supposed vaping accidents. I can't confirm whether those are actual true stories or not. They may just be, you know how the internet is. So yeah, buy safe batteries. Make sure, go to your vape shop and just ask them. I'm sure they're in the business for a reason. They love what they do. They will tell you what's safe and what's not safe. So make sure to do whatever you can to buy the best batteries possible, and just make sure you're safe about it. Because once you start buying cheap batteries and cheap chargers, that's another thing. Don't buy cheap chargers either, because they're going to turn your batteries bad. So just make sure you're safe when you do all this, safe when you purchase, and just make sure you're being smart. So that's it for this podcast, everyone. This is the 3rd episode. We're still going strong. We're still loving it. We're doing about, this one's a little less, but we're doing about 30 minutes each time. And we were not expecting to do this at all, but it's incredible. We're loving it. So
yeah, it's awesome. We're having a great time, and thank you all for listening and who all is viewing our podcast out there. We really appreciate it, because we're not putting a shit ton of work into this, but we are taking our time out of the day to give to you guys, because we really enjoy doing this. And
absolutely.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much. All right, everyone. Like I said, episode 3 is over. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you watched the whole thing, that is so awesome. I love you. If you watched a little bit, that's awesome. I love you still. If you even clicked on the video, I don't care. I love you. So
that view.
Yeah. So thanks for watching, everyone. My name is Swaggy Nos, and I will see you all on the next one.
Till you find your way back home.